remember, they wrote in themselves, brown girl number 3, XB Morgaine!
Alright, so I'm not brown. But come on, man, you had to run with the joke. So I just went to the bathroom and some woman left her socks in there. I don't really have a joke about that, other than there's socks in the women's bathroom if anybody's cold, or I just figured like somebody's date was going bad. They had like gotten all ready and then got here and were like, oh, you're ugly. So I do some traveling, and I recently was in Minnesota, which, yay, Minnesota. I'm assuming everyone that just went woo is white, because that's all that's there. And, but it caused this really weird experience for me, which is, I'm a talker. I always say hi to people, you know, grocery store checkout people, random people in line. I talk to homeless people, which apparently is a DC faux pas. And so anyways, so I'm leaving my room, and I walk past the maid's cart, and I look up and I go, hola, because I believe you should talk to people in their language. And the maid said, good morning. And I was like, oh shit. You're all white. I'll be right back. I gotta go hide some stuff. And that was when I realized I don't trust white people, because I know white people. I know those maids. Like, I've hung out with them, I used to be them, I've done drugs with them. And so, like, normally I just leave my stuff in my hotel room because I figure, you know, nobody's gonna mess with it. It's what they do. But the white maids, I was like, oh shit, put it all in the safe. Because that's where my laptop came from. My meth head cousin's a hotel maid, so I know that. So you may have noticed that I'm fat. It's okay, you can laugh. I own a mirror, I'm aware. But I have lost about 100 pounds. I just explained that. So, anyways, so I've lost about 100 pounds, but for DC standards, I am still fucking fatty. So I'm walking down the street like, hi, how you doing? Anybody? No? Alright, it's just me, the fat girl, okay. But, like, I've lost a lot of, and there's people that, oh, it's okay. But one of the things about being fat is that people always want to go to restaurants with you, because you must know where the good food is. It's not true, I just know where the cheap food is. So, but people will go like, I go back to my hometown, which is in eastern Washington State. You're welcome for the rain. Thank you! Rock on! And so I go back home and people are like, hey! It'll be fun, let's go to Old Country Buffet, which is like Ryan's or Golden Corral or any of those other, Ponderosa, I think I just heard a minute ago, all those other places where there's just shit tons of nasty food. And that's cool. Like, I enjoy the all-you-can-eat restaurant. I can get my grub on, but I can't be the fattest person there. It's just not good. Like, you just, because then everybody goes, does she know what she's eating? Does somebody should tell her that's not right. So I have to do this like really slick thing where I sort of saunter into the restaurant and they're like, well, would you like a table? And I'm like, I'm just here for directions. Do you know where the local 600-pound guy? I'm good, yes, table for one, please. So the other thing that you may have noticed, perhaps, is that I'm gay. You probably didn't notice, it's not like I have a big sign. Well. But I'm a really, really bad gay. I don't enjoy gay people as a rule. They sort of irritate me. They have a all these rules about, like, you can't say faggot, and you can't say that's gay, even though that's really gay. And so, you know, that's cool. But I don't really hang out with the gays much. Like, there was a big march this Sunday, which I avoided because every time I'm around gay people, I offend most. Which is totally cool, and usually it starts with a conversation like this. Hey, are you going to Pride? No. No, but it's a chance for us to all get together and support each other and show our pride. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. But we're like in a civil rights struggle right now. Like, that's what everybody says. Like, gay marriage, right to go to the military, don't ask, don't tell. Like, we're in a civil rights war. You don't see civil rights crusaders wearing thongs and assless chaps. Ever. Like, it just never happens. I'm like, how is this? Woo! How is that going to get us anywhere? It's not. And so I like to bring up that there was back in the day a civil rights struggle. And people came and they marched on Washington. They did not parade on Washington. They did not. Martin Luther King did not have a fabulous dream speech. He, you know, like, really. So I like to make that correlation, and I like to say to people, like, how would Martin Luther King have looked if he's like, it's the March on Washington, there's millions of people waiting at the Lincoln Memorial, everyone's eyes are on him, and he walks out and assless chaps with Rosa Parks on a leash, like, come on, bitch, let's go! It's never, ever gonna happen. So, if you'd like to, see me later, I'll be headlining at your local gay bar. Since they all love this. Anyways, I'm SB Morgaine. It was a pleasure being here.